Adobe Illustrator letter logo design. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about Adobe Illustrator and how you can design letter logos out of it. So, to do this for yourself, what you're going to be doing first of all is you're going to go ahead and add in a text line for yourself. So, let's say I'm going to go ahead and add a text line over here. And let's go ahead and write in something like type. Okay, let's just write that in. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to give it a better font than this. I'm going to give it a well-rounded, decent font. So let's go with this font over here. Okay, we're going to go with that. And what I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to increase its size. So you can make it as big as you want. So let's go ahead with 800. Obviously, make sure that whatever font you're choosing, it stays inside the boundaries of your design. And now once we have done this, what we're going to do is we're going to keep it at a normal like this. Now, once this is done, let's centralize it, bring it straight to the intersection. There we go. Now, once this is done, do make sure to zoom into your design to make your logo much better. So now what you're going to be doing is you're basically, first of all, going to go ahead, click on view, and you're going to get an outline for this. Okay. So click on the text. And first of all, what you're going to want to do is you're going to make different layers of objects when it comes to the design. All right. Do make sure to get different layers out of them. Do make sure that each object or layer that you get for yourself is transformed into a separate object to work along with, okay? And how can you go ahead and get different separate layers? So to do that, what you're basically going to be doing is you're going to go over to object, you're going to go over to expand, and from here you're going to go over to okay. Now these are different objects now. So now if we go ahead and click on view and go to outline, you can see you can easily access their outline in the design. Now, what we're going to do from here is basically you're going to start joining your design to make it look relatively better. All right. So I'm going to select an object. All right. And whenever you select an object for yourself, what's going to happen is obviously you are going to want to make sure to go to object, always go to expand, go to selecting the object. And as you can see, it is selected in a proper fill form now. Now, obviously, whenever you do this, what you're going to want to do from there on out is you are going to right click and you're going to click on ungroup. So this basically goes ahead and ungroups all of these objects separately. Okay. So each and every single one of these objects that you can see in front of you, all of these are now separated and you can move them along in different paths. All right. So whatever path you choose for this, it will totally be dependent on you. Okay. So move it along as you please in different generational directions and different direction betas. Okay. And to obviously hold along and move your object, all you're going to do is first of all, we're going to go ahead and get the GPU preview. And now you can move these objects perfectly along with themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and conjoin them just as so. Now we can see that it's already joined and we've turned it into a sort of a collage, but we're going to make it considerably better. So now what you're going to do is you're going to turn on the outline preview. And once the outline preview is all in route here, what you're going to do is you're obviously going to be making sure to select all of these edges. And once we have gone ahead and selected all of the main edges that are needed to make the design good, make sure you morph the whole design in the GPU preview as well. So let me show you what I mean. So bring the E closer as so, and you're going to merge the P along with the Y, just like this. Bring the E relatively closer as well. And what you can do is you can also merge these two together. Okay, just like this. Now, simply go over to the outline. And once we have this over here, what you can pretty much do is you can start deleting these anchored paths for yourself. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that from there. So now we have a different path for the Y. Then you're going to choose this path, anchor it right among here. Then we have this path, which you can pretty much go ahead and remove from this section. Okay, so we're simply going to go ahead, add it up right about here, and wrap the design up in our main, constructional direction. Now, obviously, you are going to want to make sure that when you're cleaning things like this up for yourself, you're going to want to make sure to obviously add considerable slits into it and make sure whatever design you are subtracting out of your scheme, it does work well with everything that you're using. So let's say we have this over here, right? So once you have this pen tool, to pretty much delete a tool from somewhere, what you're simply going to be doing is just going ahead to the area that you want to anchor along and just click on delete from there on out, and it should work for you. But in the case it doesn't do it for you, what you can do is you can also use the remover tool that they provide you. Go ahead, click on this, and whenever you go ahead and choose some specific design in a specific order, it should remove things pretty easily and pretty incredibly for you. So let's say I'm going to choose this whole design over here. Let's go over to view. Let's go to GPUs preview. Let's choose this design for ourselves. We're going to do that, and look at that. It generally removes an outline just like that for you. But obviously, in the case you don't want to do that personally for yourself, what you can do is just create slits like this for yourself, and it generally goes ahead and removes the main, angles or sections of the slit. So let's say I'm going to click on this. We have this section right here. Let's go ahead and choose it all. Now we choose this. We have this section right here, remove that. We have this section right here, remove that. And, remove whatever more sections you can or you basically want to. It all depends on you, on how you choose to work along with it. And any wrong section that has been removed, you can simply have your, main editorial work that out for you. And obviously, to make it look considerably cleaner, to make it look a whole lot better, what you can also do is you can use the pen tool to move the anchor for you. So let's say I'm going to bring this here and I'm going to access this anchor to basically add a slit right about here. Okay. So once you have that done, what you can also do is just merge these two together. And once you've done that, you can basically go ahead and change the whole fill stroke for it as well. Like let's say I want to turn it to a green. And once you have turned it to a green, what you can moreover do from here on out is add slits to make your design look considerably better as well. So let's say I'm going to add this slit over here. Okay. And once you've done that, we can add this slit over here. So now once we have that, what's going to happen from there is you can pretty much go ahead, connect a different path for yourself in whatever method you feel like is going to work, efficiently and differently for you. So let's say I'm going to go ahead, keep the fill on that to white. Okay. And obviously to edit a path's different sections or directions, just make sure to go ahead and know how to use the pen tool, and you should generally be good to go. So just create a slit, bring this here, do that, bring this here, do that, and that should be good enough for you. And once this is done, simply go over to white, and as you can see, it creates this slit or a stroke right about here. And obviously you can increase the size of it by increasing its depth or width. And as so, you can add slits like these in between designs to give it that nice, differentiating look. So let's say I'm going to go ahead, copy paste that. Once that is done, you can bring it here, add it near the T. like this. And once we do something like that, so you can see it gives us this nice little design that shows us that it says type. So now once we've done that, let's say I'm going to bring this one down here. Let's go with a yellow fill color on this. There we go. Now once you do that, simply go ahead and rotate the design for yourself, rotate it onto any axis, like let's say this one over here. I'm going to bring it here, and there we go. So that is how you can use Letter to create a logo design for yourself in the easiest way. Now, if you enjoyed watching this video till the end, do make sure to drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.